another one.
Does anyone else feel like they don't really know what they are doing a lot? And it reads, I do manual testing for a healthcare company, mostly checking file changes and SQL stuff. I have very little oversight and I feel like I literally never know if I am doing things correctly or not. Sometimes I finish a story and then realize that I only tested for a fraction of the criteria and I don't know. Just not sure if anyone relates. Any advice on how to improve? So, I think if you feel like you don't know what you're doing is because you're not properly communicating. I know you say you don't have a lot of oversight, but where are you getting the work that you need to do from? You should be talking to those people to see what is it that you need to be doing. Like you say you're working on stories, so it sounds like you're working in some Scrum type environment or maybe a Kanban type way. And you should be having meetings, you should be having stand-ups, and you should be able to ask like whatever you're unsure of on how that's supposed to work and anything like that. You are putting your company in great danger by not communicating and not asking. Communication is an essential part of QA. Raising the red flag is an essential part of QA. If you do not know what you're doing, then you should be asking to get more clarification, more understanding on what you are doing and what you should be doing. Does your stories have acceptance criteria? It sounds like it does. Um, but if it has acceptance criteria, how are you only testing a fraction of it? Right? I think that it kind of sounds like an excuse, to be honest with you. Um, and I think you need to communicate better with your engineers, with your scrum master, with your product owner on the scope of the ticket, what's being included. If you do not have it already, have clearly laid out acceptance criteria. That is very important. You can have it listed as a bullet point or something like that, but you need to be able to have a checklist of what you're validating is working, right? Especially in the healthcare field. Like if you have issues in the healthcare field, like you put great like a lot of people in grave danger. So you want to make sure that you're doing QA right in that industry. Um, so ask questions. Work with the people who are work with other QA people who may know more than you, and work with your engineers, work with your scrum master, work with your product owner. Find out more details. Find out what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, what you need to work on, what you need to adjust, right? And then that will give you more confidence. I like if I ever feel like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I'm not communicating. And when I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I'm like probably exploring something, trying to learn something new, right? And but within like the team aspect, working on a particular story, I know what I'm doing and I know the resources that I have. So like if I have a story to test, right, and I don't really understand the story that well, then I'm gonna go to the developers and ask them like, hey, can you help me with this particular problem? And then they're gonna be more than willing to show me, because if they don't, then that means they have to wait for their products to actually get released. And they don't like to wait. They want their stories done. They want to move on. So that means that they're going to help you. But you need to ask. You need to talk. You need to show initiative. You need get things done. I think we're finishing on that. Get it done. Right? You don't know if you're doing things correctly because you don't ask anybody. Just because you have little oversight, I don't know like how that dynamic works, but you're getting the work from somebody, right? So whoever's developing and implementing the work, talk to them to find out what's going on and what you can do to do it right, not to miss important criteria, right? Not to only test a fraction of it. No, we need to speak. We need to communicate. We need to get it right. Okay, especially in the healthcare field because people's lives are in our hands. So no, I haven't felt like I don't really know what I'm doing. I always, for the most part, know what I'm doing. Even if it's like researching on how to do something, right? I might not know how to do that particular thing, but I know how to get to where I want to get to. So that's my perspective on it. That's how I see it. So hopefully that helps.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.